Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Monday, September 29th, 2025, and I'm here to do a general collective reading. As you know, it's a timeless read. I don't use the signs, I don't use the genders because it's all energy anyways. So you're free to switch the genders of the roles as you need to. Please use your higher wisdom and discernment. Only take what applies and toss the rest. Okay, don't take on other people's storylines. It's not advisable. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so very much. Let's get right into this read, shall we? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour? What would you like to discuss? Okay. 2, the waiting game. I'm picking up impatience. Obviously, somebody's pacing, waiting, impatient maybe. You've been waiting for a while, obviously. 2, quietly, not speaking, using your intuition. The time, something to do with timing. It could be something to do with your family, somebody you have a family with, or somebody's family, being rooted, uprooted. We'll see which way it goes. Bottom of the deck, memories of love. Could have something to do with family. Children, siblings, cousins, or a past life soulmate. Having nostalgic memories. Healing that inner child wound. Getting your flowers, innocence. Feeling nostalgia for a time, we go down memory lane and, remember things that happened as we're children, or, and we kind of feel like, where'd the time go? I miss that person, or it's just, about something to do with a father figure, maybe heart chakra, opening up your heart chakra, don't close it off. It's about love, right? So people you love, maybe people you've loved and lost, that could be it. This could be children. You love your children. Something's happening now. Yeah. So somebody bossed up, took back their power. Keep your heart chakra open here. Material and spiritual prosperity in reverse. It's parting ways. You parted ways with somebody. I think it's self-love that you needed to take care of yourself first. Whoever this is that you were dealing with in the past, it's bittersweet, I just heard. This could have been a past relationship or family member that cost you a lot of money. So you had to part ways. It was all one-sided. They were self-serving, I just heard. Very karmic. It was a lesson, not a blessing. False contract, all one-sided. Poor decisions here. Yeah, you have to open up, or you had to open up your throat chakra to speak your truth. It has something to do with a marriage or a commitment, or you might have to deal with an institution dealing with these people. Could be therapy, could be counseling. Belief system. Just speaking your truth here. Seeing through the illusions and breaking free. Distancing or detaching from the situation or person. You don't want drama in your life. You've detached. You spoke your truth. This could be happening now. You need to speak your truth and detach as well. This could also be somebody in your past, but you've detached. You're not, whatever this is, you're not waiting anymore. You're not waiting for somebody to smarten up anymore. Something like that. What else do you want us to use? So we have the waiting game, number 2. So you've been waiting for somebody to speak up or to speak your piece. It's obviously 2 is the high priestess, so you haven't been speaking. This is a deep knowing. You used your intuition. You know somebody was up to something, maybe. You're done. You're done waiting for somebody to speak their truth or to tell you the truth. You already know the truth. Where are we going with this, please? Yeah, keeping secrets. Guard secrets or be asked to keep one. So people are keeping secrets. I don't like that either. If they love you, they shouldn't be keeping secrets from you. Other than, we're throwing a surprise birthday party. You know what I'm saying? Or, I bought you something for Christmas. You'll see it on Christmas morning. Somebody's playing both sides in the family or in the relationship. Someone's trying to appease everyone. So you're dealing with fence sitters as well. So maybe that's just it. Somebody doesn't want to pick a side. Something's happened. You feel a certain way about it, and somebody's playing both sides. That's another thing. I don't like that at all. Fence sitters, they've already made their decision up, okay, by not making a decision as far as I'm concerned. You never get anywhere by sitting on a fence. It's all smoke and mirrors here. Don't be fooled by appearances. unmasking motives. Some people's true motives begin to surface. There's it reminds me of a quill, a pen. So something to do with a signature. They need your signature, something like that. Go sit down and heal. So we have the waiting game. 2, keeping secrets. You're not going around in circles anymore. So conflicted decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. So somebody's battling with themselves whether they should tell you the truth about something or not. Or you're just done. You know the truth and you're just done. You're done waiting for somebody to speak it. Right? Exhaustion. Depletion, drained, and long journey. Yeah, you're done. You're not doing this anymore. Somebody's very shallow, hollow, empty, and boredom. So they do shit because they're bored, for thrills. That's something to do with depth here, awareness, importance, and value. Maybe they're realizing somebody's done you wrong and they're realizing just how important you are to them. And now they're really suffering. They're really, they're struggling. They know they need to tell you the truth, although they're having a difficult time of speaking the truth. I don't know. They're feeling conflicted, that's for sure. One day. So they thought one day I'll tell them. One day. You know what I mean? Someday, somewhere, another time. Yeah. One day I'll have the balls to tell them the truth. One day. Oh, mistakes, right? Misunderstood, victim, and lost souls. So they're going to claim that it was a mistake. They were led astray. Something happened here. But they're still hanging on to you. They're clinging on to you. Holding on, obsessing, and spying over you. Chasing, pursuit, toxicity, and resilience. Realizations, epiphanies, understandings, and awakenings. Somebody's full of pride. That's why they can't tell you the truth. They're full of pride. Arrogance, ego, and stubborn. So you let them go, release them, letting go, moving on, walking away. They cause you too much pain and you're not wanting any more, right? Apprehensive, afraid, and cautious. You letting them go is making them feel apprehensive here. Making them feel afraid and cautious. Because you see things clearly now. Truth, intentions, and honesty. I get it. So somebody was playing games with you. You knew it all along. You were waiting for them to come out with the truth. Come out, spit it out. You already know the truth, but they don't have the balls. So they were putting on an act, playing a game in front of you, and you knew it. And you just said enough is enough. I get it. I get it. I know somebody like that. That was doing the same thing with me. Trying to cover up what they've done and said. And they think it's a game. They sit in front of you and they lie. And they put up a big act as if nothing's been done. And you're like waiting for them to come out with the truth. And they don't. So it's time to cover up. It is what it is. The waiting game 2. Keeping secrets and conflicted. Where are we going with this for the collective, please? Thank you. Yeah, this came out in reverse. There will be no reconciling here. No, it could be a relationship. It could be a marriage, a commitment. It could be family. It could be friends. It could be business. So place yourself where you belong. Harmony, resolving issues, and getting back together. This was in reverse. They want to cover up what they've done and said. They don't want to have to own up to what they've done or said. They just want you to forget about it, right? Like as if it never happened. The pain that was never caused. There's no consequences to their poor decision making. Yeah, I don't think so. It's push and pull right now. Okay, power, struggles, imbalance, and stubborn. Yeah, they're facing the inferno. Chaos, job loss, everything crumbling. Someone's stubborn here. Bossy, selfish, and inflexible. Or they're trying to make you lose your job. Take it for whatever that is. Guidance. They need guidance. Or you are a guide. Faith, healing, intuition, and dreams. Or you were guided through this situation. Make it rain. Make it rain. Manifesting abundance, legal matters in your favor, unexpected money, promotion, an entrepreneur. You could be an entrepreneur. You might be receiving a promotion. Congratulations. Or somebody wanted one. So whatever happens, there's legalities involved, criminal or civil or both, and legal matters will turn in your favor. Congratulations. There's a lot of unknown callers, maybe from them or other people, stalking, hanging up unknown numbers. Well, they don't have the balls to tell you the truth. They can stay where they are. Done. You're not here to entertain people. You're not here to make other people feel good about themselves when they fuck up, okay? And to take the brunt of their depravity. You're not here for that. So we have the waiting game, number 2. Keeping secrets, conflicted, and reconciliation in reverse. Where are we going with this for the collective, please? What is the message, please? They might get uprooted. They might have to move, or you did. It could be somebody you have a family with, or it could be a family member. Well, it doesn't have to be. Just take what applies, okay? You used your intuition. You got through this, and you kept it pushing. You kept the fact that you knew everything is secret. You wanted to see if they'd come clean. Okay, I get it. Because how else would you trust this person? How else would you allow this person to remain in your life if the only time they'll admit to what they've done is because they're cornered, because they have to admit? I think you'd rather see them come to you on their own initiative and admit the truth, and then maybe you can repair what's gone wrong. But I don't know. If they're displaying the fact that they don't want you to know and they don't give a shit about how you feel, they can stay where they are. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, fool. You're innocent. You're taking a leap of faith. This is somebody's a fool. Okay, they played you for a fool. Thought you a fool. I don't think so. Overarching energy. 10 of Cups in reverse. Family falling apart. Not happy. Could be a group. Doesn't have to be a family. But something's not working well for someone here. Try to scapegoat you. This is not a happily ever after. Could be a home wrecker. 9 of Swords. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. Could be, on the other hand, you're not worried about whatever this is. You're not worrying about it anymore. 9 of Swords. Somebody's not happy. They want to justify and rationalize what they've done or said. 9 of Swords in reverse. They're scared. They're going through it. They're under divine judgment. This is awareness. They know they need to take accountability for what they've done. They know that you are aware of what they've done. They may want a second chance with you, but this is radical acceptance. They need to take accountability. You made a good decision here. You made some good choices. Someone's making a decision, rendering a decision here. You know your value. You know your worth. Somebody took advantage of you. This cannot be ignored any longer. They want you to accept their bullshit. Accept them. Okay, they want to come back for some reason. I don't know who this person is, but they want you to accept their bullshit. I think you're done accepting their bullshit, whoever this is. Yep, Page of Cups. They're immature, insincere, and childish. They're not sorry for what they've done. They're having an emotional outburst. Somebody could have lost a child, or sorry if you did, if my condolences, or it could be losing a child in a court case. But somebody's very immature, juvenile. Could be using spell work. Yep, we got to let go. We got to let this go. They're very unstable and insecure. They're having an emotional outburst, feeling rejected and abandoned. People are letting them go. They can't hold back from you any longer. They want to open up towards you. Yeah, this is a lot of illusions. I'm going to tell you they have multiple options if it's a relationship. There's a lot of confusion, whatever this is. A lot of illusions, hopeful, wishful thinking. Some sort of cover-up. What is this? 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, Ace of Cups. This isn't love. This isn't love. No emotion. They showed you no mercy, no love, no compassion. They were just draining you. You can't hold back any longer. They don't even love themselves, okay? This isn't about love. They showed you no love or compassion with their actions, with their words. And this is a backfire. That's why you're not talking to them. Okay? They're just draining you. This is a backfire. This is bad news. Something stops suddenly. 8 of Wands in reverse. They're trying to stop your forward motion, stop communication. They bore false witness, but stop payment. Something's backfiring. Somebody didn't want to learn a lesson, didn't follow through. This is somebody that bore false witness and or did divination abuse. They're in debt. They took a huge gamble and they lost. This is really poor counsel, poor financial news. Very immature yet again. Don't want to put the work in, right? Don't want to learn their lessons. Don't want to take a practical approach, or they didn't make you, they're not speaking to you because they owe you money, right? 2 cups, yeah, parting of ways, lack of trust. They don't give a shit. If they're gonna, I don't know, seems like they've done a lot behind your back. You don't trust them. There's no harmony here. They're immature. They owe you or someone else a lot of money. They're lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. This could be law and order stepping in. They need a lawyer. Could be you, could be anybody. Okay, male or female, place the genders where it belongs. King of Swords. As a professional, CEO, doctor, lawyer, judge, could be anybody. Spoke the truth, will be speaking the truth. The sword is up in the air. It's just somebody that's very learned, intelligent, and wise. They have authority, spiritual or otherwise. They have authority to speak the truth. This is somebody that's loyal to dogs, or you thought was loyal, or this could be you, like I said. You were very loyal. You don't trust this person. You're speaking your truth or somebody else's. Yeah, the Empress. They wanted to take advantage of you, that's for sure. This could be you're dealing with a mother figure that's not very motherly, or they claim that you weren't very motherly if you were a mother figure. Somebody's very toxic and chaotic. Very karmic, greedy, selfish, jealous, lazy, controlling and possessive. Yeah. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs, but the Empress in reverse means devaluing you, taking away your power, devaluing you, disempowering you, taking your voice and your rights away. So somebody said or did something on your behalf, and they said, I don't know, somebody's stepping in, speaking for you or speaking for them. This could be a lawyer. 8 of Cups walking away. They want power and control over you. Somebody doesn't have any emotional ties any longer. They're walking away, or you walked away in search of your 9th and 10th cup. Facing the unknown. This isn't wish fulfillment. Somebody's, I don't know, feeling ashamed of themselves. They're not going to receive wish fulfillment. They're losing hope. No spiritual, there's no faith here. You have no faith in this person. Yeah, they're juvenile. Could be something with 3 kids here. You have 3 pages in reverse. That's not good. Somebody lied. They threw rocks and hit hands. This is bad news. They felt entitled. This is a drama starter. Yeah. This is bad news. They left you out in the cold, or they're going to be left out in the cold, going towards lack and loss and poverty on the outside looking in. Somebody's very juvenile. They feel entitled. They throw rocks to hide hands here. This could be somebody that left you out in the cold with a child, because this person's with a child here. Well, this is happening now. Somebody's going to be left out in the cold with a child, but they used you and abused you so many times. I don't know. It could be a past partner, family member, or somebody, a friend. Okay, this is Empress in reverse. It could be a baby mama. It could be your own mother. I don't know who this is. It could be a male in this energy too. You have Magician, conscious awareness. You need to take some sort of action. You have all the tools you need for success. This could be somebody that borrows things from you, money, borrows your car. They borrow a lot of stuff from you. They don't repay it. You're well equipped, I just heard, for something. You consciously know what this is. You know how to pick yourself up out of tough situations. You're manifesting something new. Yeah, 9 of Cups, this is not wish fulfillment. Somebody's losing their position. You know that somebody's partying all the time, trying to impersonate you. This is not wish fulfillment. No emotional fulfillment or happiness. Somebody's very smug, full of themselves, selfish, and know-it-all, and show off. They have addictions. 6 of Cups. They gave out some false information, misleading information about you having addictions. Somebody's putting on a show. There's a loss of children, unrequited love, didn't give you your flowers, Lack of innocence here. Didn't want to heal their inner childhood wounds. There's a lot of trauma bonding. So they party, they have addictions possibly because of their childhood wounds. They don't want to address them. They don't want to heal them. There will be no reconciling. You're not going back to the past. There's a lot of illusions, hopeful, wishful thinking, multiple options. Huh. Someone's delusional. Three of Swords in reverse. Trying to cover something up. That they were talking shit about you, that they were abusing you, emotionally, mentally, verbally, psychologically. This is a blessing in disguise for you. You're not heartbroken over this. So this was unrequited love. If this is a love relationship. If not, it's a relationship that wasn't reciprocal. Family, friend, whatever. And this person was so deluded. Maybe it is a partner, past partner that had multiple options here, but they definitely abused you. And they're trying to cover that up emotionally, mentally. They definitely talk shit about you. They thought you a fool. They're a fool. You're innocent, okay? You took a leap of faith. They weren't expecting that. Yeah. You mastered your emotions. You have success coming. You have a new beginning, something exciting in work maybe. Now they want forgiveness. They want to put the work into this relationship. They're trying to block your work. You're ignoring them. Somebody's out having some sort of... They're mentally conflicted. Or they caused mental conflict here. They're in denial. They're not like the victim. Somebody's going through a dark night of the soul. They don't know what to do. They're indecisive. They're trying to block your work. They want you to be depressed. They're depressed. So if they're depressed, the world must be depressed. Okay, I get it. You're working hard to block you, block your options, block you from moving forward, blocking you from putting their past hurts behind you. Why? Why? Why is this so important? They want you to look unstable because they're unstable. They're non-committal. They may want to come towards you and act like they're the victim because they're facing homelessness, and maybe that's what they did to you at one point. You're going to be speaking your truth for sure. Truth and clarity right there. It's a breakthrough. You have a new beginning. You cut them out for a reason. The truth is up in the air. She's got a whale over her head, so you're not going to hold back. Yeah. There you go. Somebody's has hidden addictions here. Somebody's emotionally manipulative. They don't care who they hurt. They're needy and greedy. Just pay attention to me. Me. Male or female doesn't matter. This is somebody that doesn't care who they hurt. They emotionally blackmail you, emotionally persuade you using emotions. They may not feel those emotions, but they certainly know how to emote them, right? How to cry really loudly at the most inopportune time, you know what I'm saying? Feel sorry for me. 3 cups in reverse. Yeah, they're parting ways with their friends. They were spreading egregious gossip while under the influence, spreading gossip about you. Could be parting ways with the cult coven secret society. They're unhappy because there will be no reconciling because of their bad behavior. They're scared now. This is a scandal. They created some sort of a scandal about you, and their world is upside down. They kept doing something over and over again. They didn't want to learn a lesson. They didn't want it to stop. Now they're scared. It's coming back to bite them in the ass. This is unfinished business. And they're hiding and cloaking a lot. They could be online, harassing you, watching you, spying on you, but hiding here. They're going to claim you were unaware of what they were doing. If you've been in isolation for a while, you're starting to socialize again. They don't want to be investigated, not once. Getting let go, giving up. They don't want anybody knowing that they got let go. That you let them go. Somebody's very mad. They're very scared. They let go of a family. They let go of this long-term stability, this family. Or a large amount of money. You saw through the illusions, you broke free, or other people are trying to distance themselves from the situation. Okay? You're very, very strong. Somebody was forcing a narrative, I just heard. Somebody was in their ego, wanting power and control. You saw right through it. Now they're stuck. They don't know what to do. It could be a sudden departure, sudden arrival. They have no contingency plan. They were trying to block your money, or their money is blocked. If they were trying to block your money some kind of way, they're in trouble here. These are opportunists. These are your blessings, not theirs. Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, and or stealing. They're trying to escape a situation. Damn, it's a Tower. Ace of Wands, somebody's got to take some sort of action here. New beginnings, growth, and expansion. You take some action. Somebody with authorities coming in. Yeah, they kept doing something over and over again. They didn't want to stop. This is getting old. It's a permanent, profound ending or loss for whomever this is. They were resisting change. Something's happening quickly. Somebody's angry. The truth is up in the air. That swords, they could have been attacking you verbally, spiritually, and or trying to attack you physically. A lot of verbal, emotional, mental, and psychological abuse going on. Somebody's taking some sort of action. If they try to unalive you, they couldn't do it. There's a lot of lies here. They were jealous of you, and they were very abusive. Page of Swords in reverse. They lied. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander. They were petty and they were cruel. They were stalking and harassing you. This is news you don't want to hear, or they don't want to hear, or other people don't want to hear. They're fighting with whomever they're with. People are mad at this person. They got people roped in. Yeah, there's going to be an arrest. There's a lot of lies and illusions here. You overcame this. This is illumination. They're like a martyr now. They can't hold you back. You overcame. You saw it from a mile away, I just heard. There's going to be an arrest. Yeah, they're going to jail. They're trying to impersonate you. Yeah, Seven of Wands. In reverse, they made allegations that were unfounded or accusations. They wanted to attack you. They have no defense or protection. They're feeling overwhelmed, defeated. They should have stood up and protected you, and they didn't. They wanted you to compete with them, and you won't. 7-7, if this resonates with you. Poor boundaries, I just heard. But this is somebody that didn't want to invest in you. This was a poor investment. End of the road. They can't go any further. You get what you give with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Could be misappropriation of funds. They spent a lot of money. Maybe the money's not theirs. They need to relocate. Somebody lied. They were jealous. They were vindictive and violent, spiteful and hateful. This is somebody that's not very smart. There's nothing that they wouldn't do to get their own way. Male or female is a lying sack of shit. That sword's pointing down, right? Not very loyal, but you must be loyal to them, right? Or else, right? This could be a couple, or this is one person. This is money motivated. King of Coins in reverse. A gold digger and a cloud chaser. Very materialistic, lazy, and jealous. Codependent, clinging. Very, very jealous. I just heard that again. A spendthrift. Get rich quick schemes, right? Yeah, Nine of Coins. They wanted a life of luxury off your back. They wanted you to appear unstable. This is a bully. They have an image to uphold. It's a financial crime. They can't mind their own business. They were juggling you, or you're still in alignment here, even though they wanted you to appear unstable. Their ship has sailed, or they were hoping your ship would sail away without you. Somebody's making a head over heart decision. You got to balance something out with you. Either they can board this ship that's on calm waters, or board this ship that's on rocky, choppy waters. It's up to them. What are you going to do, right? They have to take accountability, okay? This has been a long time coming. You need to take accountability. This is your rite of passage. Somebody's trying to test you. They need to make a payment here. They need to pay for something here. 10 of Wands. They want to unburden themselves. You made a conscious decision. You know, the only knight that makes it to the end is the Knight of Coins, okay, out of the 4 knights. It's the only one that dots the I's and crosses the T's. Is diligent, reliable, dependable, responsible, and mature. And they have to take accountability here for what they've done. You made a conscious decision. You're not going to take on these people's burdens. You're not obligated, or they feel like they're not obligated. Knight of Wands. Oh, boy. They might have been stealing your work, ideas, or achievements, or they felt entitled. This is somebody that's very argumentative, in your face, poser, player. They could have tried to impersonate you or forge your signature. Gold digger, cloud chaser. There we go. They might have left you in financial difficulties at one time. They didn't think you knew your value or your worth, but you do. There's gold diggers and cloud chasers coming after what your destiny or what's rightfully yours. This is also change. This was an injustice. And this is bringing about some change. Divine timing here, the Wheel of Fortune. Temperance. They said you were crazy or this was unfair. Somebody's sick, unbalanced. They were impatient. There's no conflict resolution, no reconciling here, okay? This is disaster. There's been no communication. You know there's been a lot of secrecy going on here. You used your intuition to get through this, to guide you. You could be a reader. You don't have to be. Yeah. They thought, they didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. They couldn't foresee. This could be a seer or something, a reader or something, a spiritualist couldn't see the future. They lost their gift of sight because of what they've done. That could be it too. Or their future looks bleak. You're not talking to them. You instantly know, intuitively know what they were trying to do, what they've said behind your back. They didn't expect that their plans would fall apart like this because you're highly intuitive. They didn't foresee that. Yeah. They can't move on. They can't escape something. Somebody's in hot water. Somebody's in trouble here. Could be somebody that was doing divination abuse. They led this person astray. I don't know. Six of Coins. They were getting paid or paying other people. They were collaborating with other people. Something to do with a contract, working together. All one-sided. It's false contract here. Very karmic. They get some consequences. They were willing to do whatever it took to win. Now that the truth is out here, okay? Or they're willing to do whatever it takes to what? See, there's a few people involved. Both of them have their backs towards you, but they're still watching you. So somebody turned their backs on you, made it look like you're the asshole, we're mad at you, blah, blah, blah. But really, they're doing this and watching you to see what you would do. You know the truth. It is what it is. The truth is out. They can't hide this any longer. So whatever they were saying and doing, they, instead of moving on, if you were really the bad one here, these people would have moved on in their own lives. They wouldn't have hung around watching you, stagnating, seeing what you're going to do, what you're going to say, who you're talking to. The truth is somebody's coming in with a cup of love, friendship, or this could be a friend, this could be a lover, somebody you were supporting or they want to support you now. Yeah, now it's King of Cups. Drinking and driving, I just heard. Wow. Male or female. Somebody's drinking and in their emotions. This is really malicious, cruel, reckless, and careless. They don't care who they hurt. This is self-serving and self-absorbed, okay? They manipulate people, male or female. Right now they want to open up, be your friend, be a love, tell you they love you. Now they want to support you in whatever it is that you're doing. So it's, yeah, two kings in reverse. King of Wands. This is a poser, a player, or a warlock. This is somebody that had no authority. They talk out of their ass, I just heard. Wow. It's a poser, a player. They didn't take the noble approach. It's all ego, an image to uphold. It's a follower, not a leader. They didn't do the right thing. They're not going to do the right thing. Okay? Still, yeah, they've been stopped. They can't go any further. Out of control. They don't want to take accountability. They've been stopped by an emperor. Or they're trying to stop you. You could be this emperor. I don't know. Take it for whatever this is. It's a father figure, a boss, a leader. It could be a female in this energy as well, a divine masculine. A go-getter. Somebody that's learned it, established, right? Makes the right decisions. Whoever this emperor is, they're bringing you justice or you're getting your justice, emperor. Okay? And somebody's feeling kind of salty about it. They're grieving and regretting, feeling sorry for themselves because they got caught doing whatever they shouldn't have been doing. They rejected you. They abandoned you. Now they're feeling sorry. They can't come back into your life. They betrayed you. Ten of Swords. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare. The end is over. The worst is over. Okay? It's over. They're feeling sorry for themselves that they know that they betrayed you. Or everybody knows now that they betrayed you. Whoever this is. Sorry, but it's all over the place. Yeah, Six of Swords. They're in hot water. They can't move on. They tried to stop you from moving forward in life. That's just too bad. Yeah. Hierophant. They committed a crime. This is a warlock, a divorce, or separation. Corruption. Abuse of power, abuse of authority. Poor counsel. It's a false contract. Five of Wands. They were gaslighting, power plays, poking the bear, mind games. You took the high road and walked away. You left it go. You let it go. You let it. You dropped whoever this was. You didn't let it affect you in any way. Now they're fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another because they don't want this conflict. They can't handle the smoke. They don't want to be challenged. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Somebody's angry. They're jealous. They're vindictive. They're a bully. Spiteful. They're always angry. Could be loosey-goosey, or they claimed you were, or they could be doing magic, or they claimed you were. Whatever this is, it's not good, Queen of Wands. In the reverse, male or female. They destroy. They don't create. Yeah, Six of Wands. They were showing off, bragging. They want the attention. They're angry that you're out in public eye. This is victory, success, reward, recognition. They're not happy. They're sick. No truth or clarity here. They know you don't trust them. They know they can't come back in. Whoever this is. They can't be trusted. Now, what they've done and said about you, to you, I think has come out in the public eye. And nobody can trust them ever again. They're going to lose a lot here. Maybe work, maybe friends, family. Whatever they did or said about you, they tried to set you up and scapegoat you. Something to do with the past, family, children. Somebody had a past life soulmate. You know, you're not waiting anymore. Somebody has to. They try to uproot you. They're going to be uprooted. You're tired of going around in circles with this person. They're not telling you the truth. You used your intuition here. You could be a reader, a seer, or you're dealing with one. Take it for whatever that is. Time is up for whoever this is. Something to do with the past, or this is happening right now. Somebody lost a child. Could be dealing with children, siblings, cousins, anybody from your past life soulmate. You're finally getting your flowers. People see that you're innocent. You healed your inner childhood wounds. Congratulations. I know that's not easy. Somebody's having nostalgic memories. They wanted you to miss them. So you'd come back around and do this whole thing all over again? I don't think so. Something to do with your family. Either you have a family with this person or this is your family. Children, siblings, cousins, like I said. Something to do with the past. You're done waiting. Keeping secrets. So, I don't know about you. I don't like secret keepers, okay? Guard secrets or be asked to keep one. Someone was playing both sides. Well, they can stay over there then. You want to sit on a fence? Yeah. Someone is trying to appease everyone. Someone's feeling conflicted. Decisions hot, cold, and multiple choices. Somebody might have had multiple choices. I don't know. Exhaustion, depletion, drained, and long journey. This is push and pull. Power struggles, imbalanced and stubborn. And there won't be a reconciliation. Harmony, resolving issues, and getting back together. So they just want to forget what they've done. Just move on. Move on. Just give me what I want. You know, entertain me. Whatever this is. They don't want to take accountability. I don't know how you feel about that. I don't feel very good about that. Somebody can't take accountability. What kind of person are they? How are we ending this, please? Good. What's a parting message for the collective, please? It's been a long road, I just heard. 1, self, right? This is magician, conscious awareness. You have all the tools you need for success. You're co-creating with the divine, as above, so below. This is manifesting, taking action. 31, that's a 4 in reverse. This is somebody that was very distorted. It's the Emperor in reverse, wanting power and control. They're in their ego. It's a bully, a tyrant, bending to public pressure. They have an image to uphold. Loss of authority, had no authority, or abused their authority. And this is 23. Higher powers involved. It could be a marriage, a commitment, dealing with an institution, the divine, or a platform. 23 is 5, right? Divine. This is a divine feminine energy. It could be a pregnancy, a mature woman, a mother figure, and or divine feminine energy. They're playing games here. But you remain emotionally balanced with the checkerboards here. Congratulations. It could be male or female. It could be divine feminine. 1 in the upright. Denial. So somebody's in denial. The world can be a mean, scary place. Sometimes you need to shut out all the ugliness and only give your attention to pleasant, pretty things. But you've taken it too far. So somebody doesn't want to hear the bad. They don't want to hear the truth about their actions. Because if you speak the truth, then you're abusing them. Emotionally, mentally. You're triggering them. How dare you? But sometimes you have to speak your truth, right? How are you going to get around that one if you can't speak the truth because it triggers them and they're faced with their own doings and words? Oh, well, you're going to hear them anyways. I don't care if you're triggered, okay? You're going to hear them. Because you know what? In a court of law, you're going to have to hear it. And when you're behind a jail cell, you're in jail, you're going to have to hear it. You're going to have to deal with it, okay? When you have to go to therapy, you have to admit the truth to the people around you, you're going to have to hear it. The world can be a mean, scary place. Sometimes you need to shut out all the ugliness and only give your attention to pleasant, pretty things. But you've taken it too far. Don't cover your ears and deny reality. When you're in denial about your problems and hope they go away on their own, you may put yourself in danger. Even a small difficulty can easily become a real mess if you refuse to deal with it. It's in the light aspect. So things are not nearly as bad as you feared. Don't exaggerate. So somebody was exaggerating all kinds of things. I don't know. If somebody's going to exaggerate, not tell the truth, they can't be trusted. Tough love. So this is what you have to enact. This could be a family member or a partner or a friend. It could be anybody. But tough love, right? Things that are good for us don't always feel good. Have you been on the receiving end of some tough love lately? Remember, it's the ones who love us most who will tell the truths that need to be told. See? You need to hear whoever this is needs to hear the truth. And they refuse to hear it, or else they accuse you of abusing them. Really? You know the truth. They know the truth. They just don't want to hear it. They don't want to they don't want to own up to it. So if you have friends or family around you that can't tell you the truth, they sugarcoat everything. Are they really your friend? Are they really your family? You need somebody that's going to be honest with you, right? They trust that we know it's for our benefit, even if it stings in the moment. This hurts me more than it hurts you is often quite true. So thank them, take your medicine, and take the tough love to heart. Remember how it feels the next time you need to dispense it to someone else. They have no problems talking their truth to other people. You know what I mean? But don't do it to them. So it's in the dark aspect. There's more toughness than love in this situation. Proceed with caution. So if somebody wanted to punish you, it's okay. They want to punish you, but based off of lies, abuse, self-serving, whatever they were trying to get out of it, playing games. I don't know. When it comes time to tell them the truth, that they don't hear it. Oh, this is so bad. Oh no, you're triggering me. 23, rescue. They want to be rescued now. Help is on the way. You may not have consciously called for it, but nevertheless, the universe is sending you some assistance. If you've been hoping for rescue, boost that signal now so it knows exactly where to find you. Let friends and family know you welcome their participation and their ideas. If you are in over your head with a project or problem, let people who are more skilled help you. There's no shame in accepting what people sincerely want to give. There's no harm in asking for help. Somebody's got a problem with pride here. Okay? So light, pay it forward. Who needs your help? So that's what it's all about, right? Paying it forward. Treating people how you want to be treated. Think about the times where you really needed help and somebody came through for you out of the blue. And I know we've all experienced this at some point in our life. Where it seems like it's a miracle. It's up to us to pay that forward to the next person. Okay? That's what makes the world go round. February. Your birthday could be in February or theirs, or something's going to happen in February or did. Dog. Far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. It doesn't say if it's a good friend or not. Bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. They're full of bullshit. Marriage. It has something to do with a marriage. Either it's business or an actual marriage. Somebody you were married to. Doesn't seem like it's a good marriage. Well, family wishes come true. So it could be your family or theirs. Flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Let your freak flag fly. Harp. Great happiness. Somebody was very happy in doing this to you. Peacock. Showing off. Beware of great pride. So I've told you, somebody's in their pride. So leg. Stepping into a new experience. And at table. Hard work ahead. So somebody's going to have to put the work in. Rainbow. The most difficult part of the situation is over. And somebody, you or someone else, could have had a period of ill health or depression. I was picking up depression while reading the cards. And it's time to get out of the situation. You got out of the situation, therefore you're coming into victory. Victory in some endeavor. Congratulations. So someone's leaving your life, or this is the end of something. Someone going out of your life, or the end of a situation. Congratulations. I'm going to leave it there. Sorry it's all over the place. We'll see what the next one has to say. I love you, and until next time, take care.